Hi everybody, Douglas V. Gibbs here, Constitution Study Television. Pardon the hiatus since the last video. Had some other stuff going on. I'm also a public speaker. And while I was out and about, one of the things that came up in one of the events that I did was foreign entanglements. And folks who tended to follow Ron Paul and libertarians and things like that in the past would tell you that when George Washington said in his farewell speech that we need to avoid foreign entanglements, that meant don't get involved in wars that don't influence us or affect us directly. And that's only partially correct. Foreign entanglements goes a lot deeper than that. The whole purpose of the creation of the United States and the U.S. Constitution was for us to be as unlike Europe as possible, to have as few ties or connections to Europe as possible. We were to be our own sovereign, separate union of states that was so different that it, in the future, would serve as an example of liberty for the world to follow. That was the idea. The problem is the foreign entanglements want to entangle with us, especially as we prosper. When we are prosperous, they especially want to monkey with our system, get entangled into it, and bring it down. The deep state of that time period was Europe, the elites in Europe. That's the reason why in the very beginning we did whatever we could to avoid any confrontations. When John Adams was president and France and Britain went to war, Jefferson said to Adams, hey, we ought to get involved. And Adams says, no, it doesn't influence us. It doesn't affect us. Jefferson says, well, we should at least voice our support for France. Adams responded, no, we shouldn't. We should not be involved in any foreign entanglements. It does not affect us directly, and he was right. Usually Jefferson's right, but in that case, Jefferson wasn't. And then later on, we had, or just prior to that, we had Alexander Hamilton with his Bank of the United States, which connected us to the European banking system. The European bankers began to manipulate our currency. We experienced some recessions as a result. Some people would herald Hamilton as helping our economy get off the ground by doing that. In reality, he hurt it. After going through all of that, George Washington, in his farewell address, explained the dangers of foreign entanglements, not just because of war, but because of influences through banking systems, through political favors or influences, and so on and so forth. So when we talk about foreign entanglements, that means that we should be very careful of allowing foreign ideas or foreign entities to influence our system. And that even includes, some of our own politicians who have very foreign ideas, like socialism. That is not an American idea. It is a foreign idea, and it's a foreign influence. It's a foreign entanglement trying to entangle us. And so it would be wise for America to, while I don't believe we should be in total protectionist mode and push away everybody because we're trying to protect ourselves from every little influence. At the same time, we do need to be wary of all influences and make sure that we only get involved in the foreign influences and foreign entanglements that benefits this country. That said, we do live in a global world with a global technology, and everybody's in touch with each other, and something happens on the other side of the globe and we know in an instant. I get it. But that does not mean that we have to also be jumping into the abyss that the rest of the world is jumping into, which the progressives would love us to do. Thanks for watching. My name is Douglas V. Gibbs, politicalpistachio.com, douglasvgibbs.com. If you're on YouTube watching this, there's a subscribe button down there, right there. Hit the subscribe button. After you do that, a little bell will come up. Hit that for notifications. I would love to see you subscribing to this page. I get the videos out as often as I can. I have had a couple requests for certain items. I'm going to address those in the near future. If you have a request for a video, a topic you would like me to cover, constitutionspeaker@yahoo.com, constitutionspeaker@yahoo.com, and I will be glad to address your idea. You can also leave ideas in the comments section when you leave a comment. That's what some people have done, and I'm addressing their requests as well. If you need if you enjoy this, if you like what I'm doing here, and you feel the need to help benefit the program, there's donate buttons at douglasvgibbs.com and politicalpistachio.com. I'm also on the radio, KMET 1490 AM.com, every Saturday at 1. And that program actually is in need of funds. We got about a $500 shortfall right now with about 2 weeks left before that contract is up. So there's always a constant need for funding. So if you can help, we'd love to see it. Hate asking for funding help, but sometimes it's necessary. Thanks for watching. Be sure also to check out my books, douglasvgibbs.com/books.php. And always stay safe, stay patriotic, and my friends, stay constitutional. We'll see you next time right here on Constitution Study Television.